Good evening, good evening. It's Freddie Vasquez. Today is Friday. You know what that means. It's the weekend review.
Freddie wins.
Let's get it poppin'. Let's get it poppin'.
I am Freddie Vasquez. Good evening, folks. This is Basement Politics Unfiltered. Today is Friday. This is the weekend review. Let's discuss the shooting on Elm Street. I got some exclusive info. That's right, folks. Freddie Vasquez is the man to go to. Got a problem? Come see me. That's right, folks. Good afternoon, good evening, I should say. Thank you for joining me. If you're joining me, I'm Freddie Vasquez. This is Friday, April 22nd, 2022. Good evening, folks. If you just joined the show, if you're new to the show, every Friday, I try to do a weekend review on Fridays. Today, weekend review, we didn't have a good week. We didn't have a good week at all. As many of you are aware, there was an incident on Elm Street shooting where an officer was shot and a 27-year-old or 28-year-old man was killed by police as they returned fire. What a week. This wasn't a good week, as I'm sure everyone has heard by now. A 27-year veteran of the Yonkers Police Department was shot in the abdomen on Wednesday afternoon around 2 o'clock. When I first heard about the shooting, I immediately began wondering if the individual was suffering from some mental health illness, because I wondered why he would shoot an officer as opposed to just taking the gun charge, right? Why make matters worse and not take the gun charge? So, today I got a bit more clarity on it. This afternoon, I received a phone call from family members of Bryant Jackson, the man, 28-year-old man who you see in the video there that I had put up, who was killed by police after he shot Officer Brian Menton in the abdomen. They contacted me because they would like to have a platform where they feel safe to speak, and they aren't blaming the officers. I do want to make that very clear. They just want to understand what happened. Remember, they are victims too. They too are victims. They're innocent. They didn't, create this situation. They didn't ask for it to happen, right? So they're victims as well, and they're grieving as well. No matter how you feel about it, they lost someone they love. They just want answers, and maybe they can, maybe this can serve as a symbol of unity among not just members of the community, but also with the law enforcement community as well. Folks, we need to utilize this moment to put Yonkers on a path to a bright future for all, because it's together that we will truly be unstoppable here in the city. Together, all of us, all districts, all colors. I hope to have members of Mr. Jackson's family, including his mother, Vanessa, on the show. One thing I will mention now is that the family they do have some concerns. They just want clarity. One of the concerns they have was the number of times that Brian Jackson was actually shot. Official story says he was shot once by an FBI agent in the head. The family, when they were finally allowed to see the body, it took 3 days before they were actually given access to the body. They noticed that there were more bullet holes in his arm. And when they asked the morgue the coroner, how many times Mr. Jackson was shot, he said 2. But the official story has it at 1. So these are things that they just want to clear up. They're not seeking to blame officers. They're not seeking to blame anyone. They understand that what was done was not right, wasn't a good thing. I mean, the video is clear. He left officers at some, no choice, I would imagine, at that point. But they want more clarity, and they haven't been able to watch the entire video. They've only been able to see what we've been able to see. It cuts off, just before the FBI agent, I would imagine, shoots his gun. They are also hearing from people that it seemed like the individual, Brian Jackson, shot more than once. They said they heard about 20 gunshots and they attributed to Mr. Jackson. But we know for a fact, because police told us this, that he only let off one shot, or one shot was discharged from his gun. And that's when Officer Brian Menton went down. So why are people saying that they heard 20 shots? And why they're attributing it to Mr. Jackson? Well, it's quite possible that maybe officers shot more than once, and that's what people heard. And they're still investigating it. So we have to also be understanding of that. We can't jump to conclusions here. We can't Monday morning quarterback this, right? Officers have a dangerous job, right? And we have to respect officers no matter what, because we all need police at some point in our lives. Doesn't matter what color or what side of town you live, we all need them. And it's also very clear, the officers had to respond to eliminate the threat. And I understand that. But they want clarity. They just want clarity. There's some things that are just doesn't seem right. And maybe that's due to the investigation. I don't know. But they would like to speak. They would like to speak to the community and just kind of have their voices heard. And I think it's only right. Right? So, again, when the family received the body 3 days later, because they want to see the body, they weren't given any, they weren't given access right away. They haven't been given his clothes yet. His clothing is still being held by the police. He was taken to the morgue in his boxers. He wasn't fully dressed. And so they want to know why that is. I would imagine, they have to do some testing on the clothing. I'm not sure. But it's hard. It's hard for them, and they're going through it too. So we have to understand, it's the police officers' family that are victims, absolutely, and they're suffering, and this family of Brian Jackson, they're suffering as well. Okay, we can't negate that fact. I understand, and there are people that are very upset, and they have a right to be upset. And I'm not trying to take that away from them either. Not. But what I want to really emphasize is that the opportunity here for us to learn and grow from this is very, it's there. It's in our face if we just, look at it and see how we can move forward better, and not blame, the cops or blame Brian Jackson. Or let's put this on society. And, and I'm not trying to justify the man's actions. The man did what he did. The family understands that very well. They understand that very well, right? But what I'm saying is that we have to look at where our society has come to. I mean, we're in bad shape, folks. We are in bad shape. And we need to start to really have these conversations. How do we truly make a change, a real change, and stop talking about it? Because I'm tired of it. I've been hearing people say this forever. What are we going to actually do? Right? And it's all up to us. It's all our responsibility. It's all our responsibilities. As long as you're a human on this planet, it's your responsibility. It's an unfortunate set of circumstances. Like I said, the family isn't blaming the police. They just want to make sure that they have full closure. I hope to have the family join me in a day or two on Basement Politics here, and I will be, obviously making that announcement. Again, I ask for you folks to give the family of Brian Jackson respect and privacy. They too are victims and are grieving. They bear no responsibilities and understand that what Brian did that day was wrong. Okay, they understand it was wrong. And I'm not giving any justification to it. The cops had to do what they had to do at that point. It is what it is. Unfortunately, it's just a sad set of circumstances. They send their prayers to the officer and his family. So they are thinking about the family. So I will be announcing that when I have the family on the show, on the podcast here. Hopefully it'll be soon. So join me for that. And I just want to give them the opportunity to speak, right? and I support the police wholeheartedly. I do. I support police. I support them, but I want to give the family a chance as well because I believe they're victims as well. So, yeah, let's get it popping, folks. Crime in the city, is it down? Excuse me. Yeah, according to the FBI, it is actually. And everybody thought Mike Spano was lying. Happy birthday, Mayor. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Mike Spano turns 31 today. 31? Or was it 21? Happy birthday, Mayor. Don't celebrate too hard. Statistically, we have improved. This is, you can go on the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI Crime Data Explorer. This is for the year 2020. And yeah, it's gone down. If we go down to 2019, let's just take a rest by race. Since we're talking about race, I will say, look, no Hispanics were arrested in any of the years. You have Black or African, white, Asian, Native Hawaiian, American Indian, or Alaskan Native, unknown. So no Hispanics were arrested in 2020 in Yonkers. We doing the best. Look. And in 2019, no Hispanics. The Hispanic people are the we don't commit crimes. No Hispanics were arrested in 2018, 2019, and 2020 in Yonkers. Way to go, my Latinos. I don't know if that's right or not. I have to say that's not correct. I wish it were. I wish it were true, but I don't think so, unless they're just considering us Black. Well, according to the FBI here in 2020, Blacks were most arrested here in the city of Yonkers, and Blacks are one of the smallest groups, about 16% of the population. Whites were second place, of course. Just kidding. But I mean, the population of the whites here in Yonkers is a lot higher than Blacks. And that's part of the problem. That's a problem. That statistic is a problem. The fact that more Blacks, African Americans, were arrested in the city of Yonkers more than any other group is a problem. Yonkers has about 16, let's give them 20. Let's give it 20%. Let's just say 20. That's still not a good look. Whose fault is it? I don't know. I'm just saying. The numbers are right there. I'm just repeating the numbers. That's not bad. That's bad. That's not good. But crime is down. Crime is down. I went through the statistics by the years. According to this FBI database, yeah, crime is down. In 2020, drug possession totals arrest 533. In 2019, it was 818. So crime, yeah, it looks like it is going down. Maybe they're not lying to us, or maybe the numbers are lying to us, right? Can we trust these any day and anymore these days? In 2018, there were a total of 11, almost 1,200 arrests for drug possession. And in 2020, it's down to 533. I can't go to 21 or 22. I don't know. They don't like to update this stuff. So, that's good. I mean, right? Arrest for carrying a weapon, 61 in 2020. And in 2018, we had a bad year. 2018, it was 108. So, yeah, I mean, crime is going down according to the FBI, Crime Data Explorer. I mean, yeah, but we got to change that number. Blacks, you cannot have the most arrests in Yonkers. Blacks, about 20%. And I'm being, generous in saying 20% because it's more like closer to 16% of the population. Yet Blacks rate number one here, according to this, in arrest. It's not good. That's not good. That's not good. It's not good. We have to change that. Are you listening? Yonkers NAACP? You guys hear this? It's not good. Are you guys doing anything about the park, Yonkers NAACP? JFK Marina? Are you guys getting involved with that? Are you going to let them take it from us? Oh, okay. All right. That's what I thought. I got so busy that I have yet to reach out to the city council president. My bad. I was very busy today. I just want to see really if the JFK Marina and Trevor Park can be made strictly public, and why not? No real estate developer involved. I mean, what along the river really is for the average person there nowadays? Really, right? No one's trying to pay $3,000 for that little box apartment they offering you, right? Rent a box apartment for $3,000 with useless amenities. I say keep the amenities, reduce the rent. I don't want a rooftop deck or a movie theater. Shouldn't even be watching that stuff anyway anymore, right? For what? If you aren't busy working, you should be creating something, not just lounging and hating on something, because someone out there is hating on Freddie Vasquez. I got my page back. You guys are trying really hard, ain't you? Nader, where you been? I think it's see you later for you, Nader, because you seem to have given up, or maybe you're on vacation. Are you on vacation with everyone else? Well, not everyone, right? I mean, where have you been? Where did you at least go to? They didn't invite you, Tasha? So you at the press conference there, and you thought they liked you. Yeah. Don't even know a Yonkers detective. Well, oh no, I said, yeah. And where's Shanae at? I haven't seen Shanae anywhere. Does she even know a Yonkers detective was shot? Wait till she comes down to earth and finds out about that. Breen, why did you cancel your event? I thought you meant business. Or did you mean bagels? Was the sign supposed to read Breen means bagels, or Breen eats bagels or hamburgers? Doesn't that guy look like Mike Breen? Breen, you look like the Popeye's friend that eats burgers. Yeah. Sometimes, Breen, it looks like you have like someone put a lasso around you, but then I realize it's your belt. Freddie, don't be mean. You're such mean-spirited. That's funny when you realize, Yonkers, what these people have done to you. Yeah. Who's the mean one? Okay. It's about time they go. They're not nowhere to be found. They don't care. Look what's happening here. Not a statement from Corazon Pineda, the district representative. Not one statement from you, Corazon, about what happened on Elm Street. Not one statement saying what you're going to do. Not one. Not one. You represent that district, don't you? Not one statement from you. And Nader represents all the Yonkers. Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. These guys got to go. At least Mike Breen came to the press conference, Mike. Thank you. Thank you for showing up to the press conference. And Nader wasn't there. What does that say about Breen? If you push him hard enough, he's going to be there. Nader, he just don't care. He just doesn't care. So I don't know how you guys want to vote this year, but I suggest it's time to get some individuals out of here, folks. Let's make change. Look what's going on here. An officer shot. Another officer was injured on Main Street with another individual brandished a weapon and shot at police. Three shootings only in the city of Yonkers this year. But 2 out of those 3, an officer was hurt. That's not a good statistic. An officer is likely to get hurt or shot 2 out of 3 times. That's not good. That's not a good statistic. And that happened in Shanae Williams' district. She didn't say much either. The man in that situation or incident was suffering from mental health. What'd she do about it? I didn't even know. I don't know. What did I do? What did I do? Is it my turn? I didn't know we were doing questions now. Sad. Yeah. So I'm going to be mean because you guys are mean for the way you treat this city, okay? And the way you represent this city. I don't have any compassion for you. Look at what's going on in the city. All right. And I'm not just mad because the officer was shot. I'm mad because, you know, this just is happening, period. And there's nothing for people. Nothing. No real incentives to try. Nothing. No real options, opportunities, nothing. And these guys don't do nothing. They don't present anything. No bills, no nothing that actually make a difference, yo. Let's name this month this. Let's name that month that. We're gonna do this week this. Let's change a street name. So people could just get shot and then it was a different street. No, same block, just different name. The Roberto Clemente way. Yeah, you could do that for us Hispanics. We'd be so forever grateful. I'm telling you. You don't know how much you have helped us with the freaking naming of a street. Anyway, folks, I'm out of here. I just wanted to talk about that. Crime seems to be down in Yonkers. I don't blame the cops. I think the cops are doing a good job. I do. I blame the officials, elected officials. District 2 representative, shootings all the time in your district, and you just stand behind the mayor and don't say a word. Are you really representing the district? I mean, are you there? Hello? Shanae Williams? Nader? Hello? What are you guys doing? You signs attending events, looking for money, always raising money. Money, 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 money. Don't give them shit. Don't give them no money. But unfortunately, we don't. It's the rich developers that want everything that give them the money. And what are we going to do, right, folks? I'm Freddie Vasquez. I'm about it. It's Friday, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of my Friday. And just, if you got anything, hit me up. And I will let you know as soon as I have that interview on Basement Politics with the family of Bryant Jackson. Again, please just respect everybody. You know, it's a tough all around. You know, it's tough all around. We should just be blessed that we're not involved. You know, it's just, that's not a good situation to have to deal with. Anyway, folks, have a blessed weekend. I'll see you Sunday. Enjoy. Thank you. Any questions, comments, please leave them on the page. I will respond. You can email me at politicwithfred@gmail.com. Yeah, I'm out. And hopefully I'll have the mayor on soon. Mayor, Lakeisha, Collins Bellamy, Madame President, right? Andrew Stewart Cousins. And then interview with the family of Brian Jackson coming up. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Big Politics. We're doing big things. Big things. Love you guys. Take care.
Freddie wins.
Thank you, folks, for joining me. I am Freddie Vasquez. This is Basement Politics Unfiltered, your week in review. Not a good week, but we're going to get better. My condolences to all the victims involved in Wednesday's shooting. And our prayers are going out to all the families involved and all the families suffering. There are children suffering as well. It's not a good thing. Prayers for everybody, please. Just God. Trust in God. Give it to God. Have a good weekend, folks. Love you.
You're watching Basement Politics with my dad, Freddie Vasquez.
Let's get it popping.
You're watching Basement Politics with my dad, Freddie Vasquez.
Thank you for watching Basement Politics with my husband, Freddie Vasquez.
Freddie wins.
Thank you for watching Basement Politics with my husband, Freddie Vasquez.
Freddie wins. Fatality.
No!